Okay, so this is more of like a kind of speed through personal review of the amazing Nintendo Switch. Like, yeah, it's straight off the bat, I'm just gonna say it's freaking amazing, and then obviously I'm gonna get into more details in the rest of this video. But this isn't gonna be about the specs. Like, come on, you guys can Google the specs and what it does and all of its features. Like, seriously, you guys have internet. So this is my personal opinion on the Switch. Now, the thing that I really like about the Switch, besides it obviously being portable, because I'm spoiled from 4K gaming on PC. So whenever I do hook this up to a big screen TV, I mean, it looks okay, but I can still pick out all the flaws. And I'm like, man, if only they had a 4K dock. Hopefully they make that, Nintendo. I mean, I've heard rumors about it, so that'd be crazy. Don't know how it would work, maybe external GPU. But it's also very light. And the battery life is better than what you would expect. A lot of people are trash talking battery life, but I mean, if your brightness isn't on super max, it'll last pretty well. It's just like, I mean, I can barely feel it. I mean, it looks big, but like it's super light. And the thing that's like totally crazy and great about it is the screen. See, I was really skeptical about the screen quality, because let's face it, the 3DS, not the best screen, especially when the PS Vita was out around the same time too. So, like, the pixel density was just horrible. Like, you could see all the aliasing and colors weren't that great. I mean, there are obviously it's older tech, but newer games, I don't know, on the 3DS, I just didn't like it because, you know, everyone's spoiled with like Retina display on their phones these days. So, like, I saw the specs and the PPI for the Switch, and it wasn't that great. Like, I mean, not the best. I mean, but it was lower than Retina display on a phone. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is a bigger screen too. But, you know, I decided to fire it up. I was worried about that, and you can't see the pixels. I mean, if you stick your face like really close, I mean, you can see it a little bit, but when you're gaming, it's borderline Retina display. Not to mention the colors, amazing. And the contrast ratio, I mean, it's just like there's so much depth and pop. Better black levels, better everything else. The sound is really good too. Like, it doesn't have that muffled speaker sound. Like, it's crystal clear. Like, almost surround sound coming out of a handheld. Like, I wouldn't say that, but I mean, you pretty much everyone that hates on the Switch, they haven't played a Switch. So the biggest upgrade is just the screen and audio are so amazing, and the HD rumble, it's literally high definition rumble. Like, the vibration, it's like you actually feel like you're in the world or a part of it, especially in Mario Kart. If you play Mario Kart 8, when the engine rumbles, like, it actually feels like you're driving the car. Like, I mean, I can't really describe it, obviously, in a YouTube video, but you gotta see it yourself. Obviously, they need to do something with the friend code, but yeah, and hopefully eShop will come out with GameCube games, which is the rumor, which would be great. But that's not released yet at the time of this video, but I would really suggest getting a Switch. And I personally played through Super Mario Odyssey, and one of the best Mario games I've ever played. Like, it's not overhyped. Like, it's actually it's just fun. Like, if you're tired of shooters and RPGs and all this other stuff, just play the game. Like, it's fun, and it flows really well. Like, you know, you don't get stuck and you're like, oh my gosh, what do I do? Or you get bored and put the game down. Like, the difficulty obviously increases throughout the game, but it's like perfectly timed. So I would really recommend that game. And the Mario Kart actually looks better, in my opinion, on the handheld version versus on a TV. So, I mean, obviously way more games are coming out in the future, but it's probably the best handheld ever. Well, obviously. So, my opinion is definitely love the Switch. If you're a PC gamer, get a Switch. PlayStation, Xbox, I mean, that's on the side, whatever. I mean, you get a PS4 for exclusives, that's about it. But like Switch, like if you only had to have two things, PC, Switch. like, I don't know, I just feel like rambling.